There is a top-flight team of brain researchers and clinicians at the University of British Columbia Hospital, the Health Sciences Centre Hospital. Matter of fact, I was a patient out there in the spring after I went off the air and went through some delicate surgery, which I'm glad to tell you was a great success. But the occasion this morning is to meet Dr. Paty, Donald Paty, who's the head of neurology at the Department of Medicine, UBC. Department of Medicine. You're the head neurologist also in the hospital.
I'm the head for the whole university program.
The whole university.
There's a separate head for that particular hospital.
Good. And with him is a man who is not a doctor, but who is very well known in this part of the world, Leon Bibb. Smile, Leon. Where did you get that bleeding bow tie?
I like bow ties.
And his part in this function will be explained a little later on. Now, you obviously are short of money at UBC. What are you short of money for, UBC Health Sciences Hospital?
Well, we have a lot of programs into different aspects of brain research going on. And we've been successful in getting what we call operating funds. That means the money that actually pays technicians and gets your chemicals and so forth. What we need is sort of an umbrella type funding for that hospital to make sure that those programs have the very best funding that they can have in order to keep them going at the rate they've been going, because we think that we're very proud of them. We think they're doing very well.
In other words, you're looking for a kind of, going to try and raise your own kind of endowment fund.
That's right. We haven't gotten so far as to plan an endowment fund, but we want a certain amount of undesignated money that's not for a particular research project that can help fill in some of the gaps that fall between.
Because medical research in Canada has suffered a lot of strictures in recent tough years, has it not?
Yes, it has. But I think we've been flowing against the tide. We've gone from zero to almost $2 million a year in terms of the funding that we've got for these programs. And we want to really be able to capitalize on that momentum and to move ahead.
Well, one thing you've got to explain to hard-nosed people nowadays is that you're not looking for money to maintain regular hospital operations.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
You're looking for money to continue your esoteric, highly technical research all into the brain.
That's right. Well, we're doing research into intrinsic, that means diseases that are in the brain and spinal cord itself, that are the most disabling nervous system diseases of young adults, middle age, and the elderly. And we're trying to do a lot, but I think we're on an international basis, we're doing very well.
Now, when you say intrinsic, you mean you might go any kind of which different ways, trying odd or different things to get a solution that has not been found before.
That's right.
How important is the cyclotron to you in this out there?
Well, that's very important because up until now...
It's a fearsome place. I've been through that cyclotron and it looks like something...
We don't want to duplicate the Triumph effort. That's an enormous resource, and we will continue to use that resource. What we need is a dedicated source for our own studies that will produce radionuclides for the specific projects that we need and not be dependent upon somebody else's schedule, because that can be very disruptive of our own schedule if we're dependent upon somebody else.
How much do you have to raise?
Oh, well, I guess right now we would say $2.5 million would be what we would start with. But in terms of what our funds are, our goal within the, I guess, the next few weeks is we're going to start modestly trying to get people aware of what our needs are.
Now, we all know that the work of Alzheimer's out there. Give me the names of the other things you're looking at.
Multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, Huntington's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. There are a number of diseases that fit into that category that are basically diseases of the nervous system itself, for which there is no idea as to what the cause is.
We still don't know what causes multiple sclerosis, do we?
No, not at all.
Or Parkinson's?
No.
It's been around for so long, one presumed it was a dystonia. What's that?
Dystonia is a disease that in most cases seems to be hereditary, but in which we have no idea as to what the chemical imbalance is. And it causes people to have great problems with the ability to move, particularly when they try to move. And though it doesn't interfere with intelligence and other aspects of daily, day-to-day function.
All right, and now I shall turn to Leon Bibb. Leon Bibb, what the hell are you doing here this morning?
I had the good fortune of going out to the UBC Brain Center and going through that same cyclotron, the Triumph installation that you did. and finding out that the isotope that was developed there for the brain center went to various very interesting and very exciting departments. And I got an opportunity to, as a matter of fact, I was pushed into the PET scanner and I was pushed into the MRI. The PET scanner was a very fascinating piece of equipment because it has the ability to slice the brain from here to the top of the head, and these slices get presented on a screen and you can see the abnormalities and the normalities in the brain cells.
So you've been recruited as one of the enthusiasts to raise money. How are you going to raise it?
We are going to have a gala on October the 4th at the Great Hall in Vancouver, the Law Court Great Hall.
Great Hall?
Yes.
You mean underneath the glass dome in Ericsson's monument in downtown Vancouver?
That's right.
The most impressive place, where they've got the fancy dining room for the judges and the lawyers and whatnot.
We should have asked you to come on earlier. You're marvelous. That's where we're going to have it.
Oh, just a minute. I might put in a little shaft about that, but I finally accepted that.
Okay, good.
Particular development, you know. Matter of fact, I am an honorary member of that particular place up there.
Well, we'd like to have your company there that evening because it's...
How much will it cost me?
$250.
Oh, my God.
You will be well fed and hopefully well entertained.
How much is tax deductible of the 250?
A great deal of it. I don't know the exact specifics of that, but I know that a large part of it, certainly more than half.
3/5 will be tax deductible. It says so here. Tables for 10.
You always do this to me.
Tables for 10. And there are people with enough money who can do this. Cost $25.
Well,
$2,500.
As I mentioned, there is a major effort to try to get the corporate structure involved in this, and hopefully we will get a lot of companies who will take tables.
And for tickets, you phone 228-7622.
Or 228-7632.
228-7622. Don't confuse it, Leon. Who's going to perform at this bash?
One of my very good friends and yours as well.
Anne Mortefi.
Anne Mortefi.
Well, let me tell you about Anne Mortefi. Anne Mortefi was I was her escort at dinner with Her Majesty the Queen on the Royal Yacht in Vancouver. And a very funny thing happened. You can tell this tale out of school. We come into the dining room. Anne and I come in, the Queen and all the big wheels are up there. We're down near the end, below the salt. And suddenly music plays, and I say to Anne, hey, they've got wired music in the Royal Yacht. She said, if you look to your left at the salon we were in a few minutes ago, you will see that about 30 Marines have crept quietly up the stairs and they're performing live music in the salon. Now, the object of the exercise is to get those who can afford it, and corporate people especially, to go for tickets for this gala evening in which Leon and Anne Mortefi, and who else?
Well, we have a bevy of musicians.
You're the master of ceremonies. She's going to sing. Umberto Menghi is going to cater for it. That's right? Mm-hmm. Big macho Umberto, he's going to cater for it. October the 4th, phone 228-7622 for what you want, and help UBC's brain research. And my thanks to Leon Bibb, and my thanks to Dr. Donald Paty, head of neurology at the Department of Medicine, UBC, and I shall be back after the break.